This is the oldest rule, the oldest trick in Satan's book. Ungodly exposure. Even if I cannot get God's people to derail, there is a way I will expose them in a way that they will never recover. Let me tell you this. There was a man of God who went to pray for a guy at his deathbed. This guy is about 80 something. He's about to die. And he's reflecting about his life. And then he begins to cry. He said, I served God. I know that I'm the righteousness of God. But I just never was able to overcome pornography. He was crying. He tried all his life. Let me tell you something. There are some things that are easier handled if you never taste it. I was listening to one of the most conservative preachers ever, a very godly man. He said, when he was saying this, he was in his 70s. He said, I have seen only one pornographic image in my life. I stumbled onto it in a magazine when I was a teenager. He said, I am in my 70s. I still remember it. See, if the devil can put in you the wrong image, it will take mercy. Some of you know what I'm saying. If you want to be honest, you are tongue speaking, but you have struggles. You love the Lord, but you have struggles. You are trying, and sometimes you wish you never did it the first time. But the suggestion of the serpent has never changed. Come on, are you getting what I'm saying? Has not changed. You are dealing with spirits. They don't change. They don't improve. They don't grow. They neither grow nor diminish. So it's the same trick that the devil has to try to get you into unwarranted or unnecessary exposure. The knowledge of good and evil. Something that if you are not careful, except by mercy, you may never recover. Bring me those props, if you don't mind. Can I have two guys? I don't know. It seems like, okay, quickly. Okay, oh, there's one here. There's one here. Just bring this up. Yes, bring this up. Thank you. Listen. When you climb, this is America. I've been watching you. Your pastors are carrying lactate, passing mic. Yeah? This is how you are treating my invoice. Okay, I'm watching. Now, when you're climbing a staircase, you will see guardrails, right? And it's a half empty, half full perspective. Some ignorant person looking down from the 8th floor, restricted by guardrails, might see the guardrails as a restriction instead of a protection. It's perspective. Is it a restriction or is it a protection? And if they're able to sell a philosophical narrative of freedom to that young man, he feels restricted. Why? I want to express myself. I want to be able to jump. Imagine you convince a train that is programmed to go on track, that his life is too monotonous. Express yourself. Your life is too monotonous. You have been going one direction. Try something else.
Because what happens is,
that is what the devil is trying to sell to a generation. To lure you into unnecessary exposure. in the name of freedom. Some people started drinking alcohol, a lot of it just to be free. Then they became bound. You thought that by drinking a lot of it, you will be free. Now, if you are so free, stop if you can. You thought that by taking a lot of hard drugs, you will feel liberated. But now, you cannot. You can't stop if you tried. Is that freedom? Don't you see that you have been lied to? And it's the oldest trick in the book, but it works. It works. Or you can help me take this back now. And so, listen to me. You have to understand a lot of the culture that you a lot of the culture media team when I want they wine me. Which one should I work with? This is good, right? Okay, it gives him a baritone, right? Okay. Are you with me now? A lot of the culture that you meet and you think they have been there for aeons, they are someone's design, the product of someone's mind. You know, I read a material somewhere. Some evil geniuses trying to replace the influence of the church. They came up with some strategy. There was one that I read. It was a 100-year plan. Ah, my God. How can we reduce the influence of the church? And they came up with some ideas like, number one, secular media space. You know what I'm talking about. Something that looked like the media space. You know what I'm talking about. Something that looked like an organic viral trend. You now discovered it was sponsored. It was sponsored. It was sponsored. How do you think language becomes popular? How do you think everybody begins to say my truth, your truth? You don't know what is sponsored. You don't know what is organic. Because that's a philosophical concept. A concept that truth is not objective. That you can have your own. It's deeper than you realize. It's deeper than something the masses can unanimously come up with. Some elites deliberately, are you getting this? Infused it into society. Be wise. I will just talk to you and travel back to my country so there won't be any, But if there are no genders, why do you want a female president? It doesn't add up. I'm not a politician. I have no, do you understand? But just think. It's not consistent. It's not consistent. When we tell you, the Bible says homosexuality is a sin. You say, why is it your business what I do in secret? Well, okay, if it is not that important, you do it in the closet. Why do you define your entire identity by it? Why do you insist on being addressed by the pronouns? It doesn't add up. And again, I'm telling you, the reason this is important is because if the devil wants you to fall, he will say, hey, I want you to fall. He will come with good advice. Do you understand? It will look, there will be some sense to it. So many people have innocently been a part of a propaganda. This does not in any way take away the fact that there are good people, even Christians, with struggles. I'm sensitive to that. Are you getting what I'm saying? But any society that casts off virtuous restraints will be in trouble. There is history to prove that. There is history to prove that. Are you getting what I'm saying? Do you still love me? Not like I really care, but okay, I love you too.